Hello, thanks for joining me for another video beer review. Yes, the first one I've had for quite a while, although I've got other beer reviews to post after this one. So I've got a few days off, I've got a few days at home at the moment, and yeah, I thought I'd crack open a beer, an Imperial Stout, just to, for why not. So the beer I've got then is a collaboration beer from Left-Handed Giant and brewing company Uiltje. I'm butchering the shit out of that. It's a brewery in the Netherlands. So Thomas, you can pronounce where I'm going wrong with that one. So this is King of the Woodland and Imperial Stout then, coming in at 12.5% ABV. And as you can see, it's an Imperial Stout with pistachio and honeycomb. Pistachio, honeycomb and lactose are in this one though. So 12.5% ABV, brewed in collaboration with the brewery I can't pronounce. And yeah, 440ml can. So, Left-Handed Giant, as you know, out of Bristol. I actually had this beer when we all met up in early June. Was it early June? 11th, 12th of June, something like that. For a few of us. And actually had some of this beer then, although I've had this beer prior to that. So other ingredients then contains barley, lactose. Not really saying too much else there. So it's actually canned on the 16th of March of 2021, best before the 16th of September of 2021, and I love the artwork on that. Look at that, the King of Owls. Wonderful, absolutely awesome, kind of goldy kind of colour, awesome stuff. So there's a bit more information there if you want to pause and read. Let's crack it open then. I'm trying to warm this up as quickly as I can. We've just gone past 2-minute mark there, so it was in the fridge until about, I don't know, 5-10 minutes ago, something like that. So we've actually got some hashtag proper glassware, which is unusual. So on the can, what am I getting aroma wise? Yeah, getting loads of sweet kind of, it's just like, I had an Imperial Stout literally a few days ago that was, yeah, honeycomb Imperial Stout. Very sweet lactose. If you know what there's a chocolate bar here in the UK that we get called a crunchy bar. There's a bit of that going on, also a little bit of booze. So let's pour it out into the glass and see what we get. So sometimes it varies a little bit. Let's go straight down the middle. It's 12.5. Try and generate a little bit of a viscous head. Why not? It's not really kind of creating a massive amount of head, but yeah. A little bit of fizz on that, but yeah, let's see how that's brought the aroma up at least. So looking at the beer after that kind of very kind of aggressive pour, it produced a 3/4 kind of yeah, tanned coloured head, but not crazy dark or anything like that. Just a nice. It's going down quite quickly as well. So a lightly tan coloured head, if you like, but very creamy. You know, very kind of mousse-like on there. There's a little bit of alcohol legs, as you would expect for this kind of ABV. There's 12.5, bit of swirl and sniff. So yeah, there is definitely a subtle difference between the can aroma and the glass aroma, which you sometimes get, sometimes they stay the same. It just depends on the beer. Yeah, I mean it's a very sweet, as you'd expect. It's almost like a kind of a candy floss sweetness. Definitely very sugary, very kind of you know, that confectionery kind of sweetness. But yeah, it just reminds me of candy floss. Just what we call it over here anyway. But also, there's another aroma as well. It's really interesting. I know it's got pistachio in it, but I'm not really getting too much of that at this stage. Although the beer's it's warming up fairly quickly, but I don't know. Perhaps I'm gonna have to go into the taste of this one just to try and work it out. At the moment, I'm a bit stumped, but interesting. So anyway, cheers. 5 minutes in for my first sip. It's really slow. So body wise, it's I'd say it's a, I mean, I've had a fair few Imperial Stouts recently, which is really interesting. Generally I don't. So comparing it to what I've had recently, it's a little bit thin, as my good friend Paul from PA Brew News would say. It is a little bit thin. But you are getting, there is a sweetness there that you're, I mean, it's saying pistachio. I'm still not getting that. It's all the sweetness. It's just maybe overriding any kind of flavour of pistachio nuts in this, but it's still quite cool as well. So maybe the pistachio would possibly come out a little bit more when the beer warms up, that's on me. It's one of them things. Sometimes you get other things that come through after I've done the review. I'm sure other beer reviewers have done it. So we're just pouring out the rest of this beer into the glass. I'm digging the artwork. It's absolutely awesome. I love that kind of stuff. Left-handed giant, and let's have another go. So it's Uiltje. Sorry, Thomas, if you watch this. Awful, but I know they do some interesting Imperial Stouts, and I've had 1 or 2 in the past. So now we've got the bottom of the beer in the glass from the can. Yeah, it's very sweet. Sickly sweet. There is a little bit of that pistachio starting to come through. Perhaps it's just the beer warming up. Apart from that, there's not a lot else going on. Body wise, as I said, it was a low end of a medium. It seems to be a mid-medium now. It seems to be building as the beer perhaps warms up. It's not sickly sweet, but I've got a massively kind of like sweet tooth, so a 440 of this I'm probably going to struggle with. I'm probably going to drink half of it and then we'll see how we go. I'm just about to go on an American channel now for Stout Sunday, so this is what I'm going to be taking in. I wanted to review it before I got on there. But overall, yeah, I've only had a sip from the last can that I was very kindly given. I can't remember who gave it to me. It was I think it was on a live stream. It might be on one of my live streams. I can't remember. So I've actually had this beer before, but not really in any kind of state to remember what it was actually like now. But yeah, very well made beer all the same. A collaboration beer, so very limited release as normal, and but overall a very tasty beer, and glad I got to try it. So yeah, let me know for this one. Try and talk too quick and I can't. Let me know if you've had this beer down below, and it's an interesting one. I'd like to try this a little bit warmer, but anyway, any thoughts and opinions down below. Thank you for watching as always. You'll take care out there, and I will see you soon. Cheers. Hello. So yeah, I've just come back. I've been sipping on the beer for a little while, and something I never mentioned in the original part of the review that I thought was quite important to add on to the beer. So when I first reviewed the beer, it is not long out of the fridge, probably 40-45 degrees, that kind of thing. Now it's at room temperature. I thought I'd add to that because I think it's quite important. So we're at room temperature now. It's a good hour later. I've got a little bit left. I've been doing a live stream of Imperial Stouts and stuff like that. So the beer has definitely changed. There is one key factor in the beer that I think is completely unexpected, and it's marzipan. Marzipan sweetness. I have no idea what is actually causing that. Maybe it's something with almonds and potentially pistachio. I don't know. But at this stage, on the aroma and on the nose, for the last half an hour, it's been all up sweet marzipan. So if you don't like marzipan, you're not going to like this. That's the kind of short and sweet of it. I just wanted to add this on to the end of the review, just to make you realise how much beer changes with temperature. It really does, and it has especially done with this beer. Doesn't alter that much generally, but not as drastically as this one. Either way, lovely to try. Would I buy it again? Probably not. If you've got a sweet tooth and you love marzipan, drink this at room temperature. You're going to love it. That's all I'm going to say. So, anyway, thank you for watching. There's a little bit of an extra for this review, and you all take care, keep safe, and I'll see you on the next one.